Welcome back to the Apex Wisconsin Open here in the beautiful setting of Baraboo in Wisconsin, and it's the Ho Chunk Gaming Casino. And what a match we've got. Well, we just had a great match, haven't we? Jasmine Ocean against Dennis Grabate. Next up on the table, just lagging there, as you can see, Aloysius YAPP, the man of the year last year, against LABUTIS. So it's Singapore versus Lithuania. And with me is the Floridian. No, yes, you are from Florida now,
yes,
aren't you? You are.
I'm the Floridian now.
You are the Floridian. It's Tony Robles, of course, providing all the expert shot calling. And talking of shot calling, we are playing 10 ball, and it is cool shot. And it's 2 races to 4. You all know the format by now. And LABUTIS to break off rack number 1.
I never had the pleasure of watching LABUTIS play, so it's my first time. I've seen him shoot a couple of shots here and there, but never actually watch him play a match. So
he's got a pretty good break as well at 10 ball. And there you saw he made a couple of balls there, made the wing ball inside, Tony. And he's got a shot on the 1 ball here as well, look. You can just see it passes past the 2. Well, little... Yeah, I don't think it goes in this bottom corner, and I don't think he can see enough of it to play it in the side. So, a safety.
yeah, he could definitely see enough to nudge it a bit. Maybe put it by the 7, put the cue behind the 3. Oh, he can see the whole ball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's definitely the shot if you can see the whole ball.
Yeah, that's a wise shot. So, he's got him hooked. It's an easy escape, but as always, it's not just about hitting the 1 ball, it's about getting it safe as well. Now, can he just slide that 1 ball past that 6, Tony?
He can. He just can't hit it that hard. He needs to really control it here. You know, the other option that he has to go 2 rails and have the 1 ball go, get stopped by the 6 and have the cue ball go behind the 7. So, you know, I think that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, he's hit it a bit thick.
Because he was hitting it with some speed to get the cue ball behind the 7.
Yeah, good call.
I'm talking about the previous match with Jasmine. That was an exciting match. It was a shootout. I had some friends contact me that aren't. One of them used to play in the APA years ago. The others never really played pool, but they found the shooting so exciting they want to watch again. And one of them asked me, what was the biggest commentary mistake you ever made? And they want to know what the answer is because they're tuning in now just to hear what the answer is. So I'm putting you on the spot, Mark.
Oh, no. I was hoping everyone had forgotten about that. So I was commentating on Jasmine Ocean playing in the Women's World Cup, and Pia Filler was also playing in the same tournament. And I think they might have been playing against each other. And I actually called Jasmine Ocean Albin's wife, and Pia Filler and Joshua Filler, brother and sister. So I got it completely round the wrong way.
So that 8 ball seems to be in a pretty tight spot there. But it's not low enough where he can hit the 6 off the 8.
Yeah.
So he might have to shoot the 8 on the low right-hand pocket towards the end of the rack.
Yeah, he's got quite a 3/4 distance shot on the 5 ball here. Obviously easy to get on the 6. And then needs a decent angle on the 7, as you say, to get on that 8 ball. Second game of 6 live scheduled matches for you today on day 2.
Oh. Surprising miss there.
Yeah,
he did jump up on that one for sure.
Just didn't get the nice stroke on that. And look at this.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And
perfect opportunity for Aloysius. So thank you for the answer. My friends appreciated that. It's Kelly, Anna, and Cisco. You know,
hey,
thank
guys.
you for tuning in, and very, very good friends of ours, like family to us. So Anna, who grew up with my wife since they were like 2, 3 years old. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So Aloysius won the Michigan Open last year. He'll be looking to retain that in the fall, in September. And he'll be looking to win a lot more before that as well. He really was the player of 2021. really came onto the scene. He had that big match in the US Open against Shane Van Boening. You remember the shot clock
I remember that
incident? Yeah. And Aloysius won a lot of fans when he agreed to just let Shane shoot, which was a really nice gesture. And he really is a nice guy throughout.
And you know, on top of that, you know, he said that if they would have given him the shot, he would have just tapped the cue ball and give ball in hand back to Shane. So that says a lot there too.
Yeah, really is a nice guy. One of two players from Singapore playing here this week. Also Sharik Saeed, who actually is the pro at the Ronnie O'Sullivan Academy in Singapore.
Saeed, Sharik is also a very good kid. Yeah.
And it goes then.
And
Aloysius,
a hell of a player,
takes the first rack to lead 1-0, 2 races to 4. Earlier on, winners included Jeremy Sosay, who beat Conrad Musician, put Musician out of the tournament. That was on the loser's side. That was a shootout. And then Jeremy Sosay coming through that one. Eklund Kachi also going through. And just a word about Nicholas DeLeon, who commentated with me yesterday, Tony, while you were playing your match. Unfortunately became sick during the night and couldn't play his match against Daniel Schneider today. So we wish you a speedy recovery,
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
I'll be feeling better, bud.
Yeah, it's funny, you know. You say I sat next to him yesterday, and he said he had some allergies that were troubling him. He was having a little bit of trouble with his sinuses and stuff. And I'll tell you, he must be ill if he didn't turn up, because there's not many people that love the game more than Nicholas DeLeon.
Yeah, wow. Well, I hope you're feeling better, man.
So Aloysius YAPP then 1-0 ahead. First set breaking off rack number 2.
He also has a powerful break, Aloysius.
There you see the power. The 1 ball's on its way, and so's the cue ball. The cue ball's in the drink. Oh dear. So now then, oh, look where that 4 ball's gone though. That could be a little bit of a saviour. Can't quite see if he can get on that into the side or not. Good news is the 3 is near to it, Tony.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, you shoot the 1, 2, 3, shoot a stop shot on the 4 and lead the cue ball behind the 9. You can even call the 10. And if you get right on the 4, bank the 4-1 rail into the 10 and try to pocket it. It's a two-way shot. Right?
I love that, what you just said. I love that shot. Let's see if he has the same idea.
I love it too if I can do it.
That is a brilliant idea. Good call.
I try, my friend, I try.
Yeah, Aloysius YAPP finished runner-up in that tournament, the US Open, to Carlo Biardo. So let's see how he does here then, Tony. He's not far enough, is he, to play the shot you said?
Yeah, I think he might. And I don't even know if the 4 goes. Does the 4 even go? I mean, you know, it looks like it doesn't go. But
how about this for an idea? Play the 3 off the 4, and then maybe even set the 4-10 combo up off that.
Yeah, you can definitely do that as long as you can get the cue ball.
Wow.
See, he's trying to shoot that stop shot. Now has the point of the side pocket to contend with. So he might not have a choice but to cut it a bit and not freeze the cue ball to the 9 in order to play a successful safety here. And, you know, he could also bank it cross corner, call it cross corner. So that way you get position on the 5 ball. If you miss it, you leave him behind the 6 and the 9, right? See, that's what he's doing. He's calling in the corner, cross corner, stopping the cue ball behind the 6 and the 9.
I'll say it again, you should be a pool player, Tony.
Hit it good.
Yeah, that's good enough. Pierce from Lithuania, from the capital, Vilnius. I've been there, lovely little place, very close to Estonia and Latvia. And he's Fargo 776 and Aloysius 817. Aloysius actually finished number 1 in the world last year.
Oh, that's great.
On the rankings.
think he's trying to see what he's going to do here. He's a two-railer. Want to hit it on the thick side, so that way he banks between the 8 and the pocket, and then back out to where it's at right now and send the cue ball downtown.
Yeah, just don't scratch in the side.
So you send the cue ball downtown, but you hit it.
Oh, he's fine. He's scratched in the corner. He's scratched in the corner. I thought if he hit it thinner, he might have scratched nearer the side pocket, but he hit it so thick, he scratched in the corner. So a chance then to level things up for Pierce.
Yeah, I mean, he has to make a decision here. Is he going to play it safe and really lock him up, or is he going to risk running? Because, you know, it's not easy to get to the 5 where the 4 is right now. And that's what you and I have discussed numerous times. Why take the chance in a short race, right?
Yeah. You want to get off to a good start. And once you got the pressure on, I actually spoke to Dennis Grabate after his match. He came up to me and he said, his exact words were, "What happened there?" He said, "I was cruising, won the first set, 2-0 up in the second, then all of a sudden he missed the ball and then the whole game changed."
Yeah.
And could have lost it on a shootout.
Oh.
Wow. That was a misjudgment. So 2 ball in hands. Welcome back to Ho-Chunk Casino in Wisconsin. CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series, the Apex Wisconsin Open. And yeah, just to explain, Tony and I were distracted and we missed that. And it's something that doesn't normally happen in the professional game, Tony. 3 fouls.
3 fouls, yeah. Yeah, when Aloysius failed to hit the 4 ball, that was his 3rd consecutive foul.
And 3 ball drops. Made 2 balls on the break there. Now then, no shot, so he's going to be pushing here. Now, are you going to push to a kick here? Where are you pushing, Tony?
Somewhere where he won't be able to play position on the 2. I might just push for a jump shot here, to be honest with you. Because anywhere you push up table, if you push to the left-hand side, you're going to leave a shot on the 1. If you push to the right-hand side, they have a chance to snooker you behind the 2 or the 4 or the 7. So I would jump, you know, I would try to jump over here.
Just like that. So, Aloysius, do
At
you
least,
fancy jumping or not?
yeah, and at least if you decide not to pocket the ball, you can always bank the one ball 4 rails by the 6 and leave the cue ball downtown, and at least you're separating the 1 from the 2.
Yeah, he's gone for the jump stick. Aloysius not interested at all. Put him straight back in. So here we go then. We're going airborne.
Wow, that was a hell of a shot there.
Whoa, unfortunately, I think he's hooked himself, as he might just have an edge to get uptown behind the 9 or the 8. Not sure if he can see enough of it, Tony, to get some low right on it, maybe.
Yeah, if he can, I mean, if he can hit it with just left and hit the ball dead square, he can end up leaving the cue behind the 4 and the 7, kick it 2 rails, right in front of the 4 and the 7 on the opposite side. Oh, he can see the ball. He can see the ball, yeah.
See it, yeah.
Oh, but unfortunately, he didn't hit the way he wanted to. He did not want to move the 2 ball that much.
Yeah, I mean, he has got a shot on this, but, well, yeah, he'll have a shot on the 4 in the side if he can just slide this down the rail. So there's a chance here. I think he can see enough of it, Tony.
Oh, yeah, he called it.
Yeah.
He called it in the corner pocket.
He's played it beautifully as well. Now then, he's got the wrong angle though, so he's going to have to leave himself a longer shot on the 5 than he wanted. He's called it in the corner, I think.
I thought he would just shoot a stop shot and leave the cue ball behind the 7. That's what I thought he would do. Maybe he's calling it just in case it goes in, but that wouldn't make sense.
No. Maybe it's twice across he was worried about.
Yeah, no, but even so, if he's able to double bank it, you know, what shot does he have on the 5? I don't know.
That was just in case, I think.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if he hits his 4 hard enough, he might be able to extend that 90-degree angle to make the 10 ball in the corner pocket. I will call the 10 here for sure.
A busy day 2 here. 5 other tables in use at the moment, and we'll bring you some latest scores when we have them.
The other option is to hit it soft and try to leave the cue ball behind the 5, right? He didn't hit it on the side he wanted to, unless he tried to put him behind the 6 ball.
Do you play this off the back of the 5?
I don't know if the 4 goes. If the 4 doesn't go, he's just going to try to bank it 2 rails, you know, past the point of the pocket and in front of the 10. I think that's a move there, unless he wants to play the combo. But I think the 4 might go. He caught something in that pocket. I'm not even sure if the 5 goes past the 10. He might have no choice but to play a billiard, but I don't know if he has an angle to get to the billiard from here. I kind of like the idea of coming 2 rails and then going past the point of the corner pocket and then stopping the cue ball in front of the 10.
Well, I don't know what he's called here. I think he's playing the 4. Yeah, he has. Now then, is he going to play the 10? It's a thin one.
I mean, is he going to hit the 5 off the 10 and then bank the 10 off the cushion and stop it in front of the 5? I don't know. You know, just do it super thin and then just put the 5 in front of the 10.
Well, we're about to find out. I think he's gone the 10 here.
He's going to put it behind the 10.
Oh, nice shot.
Yeah.
Now then, he has to hit this one, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Omar Al Shaheen is in action on the table next to us. He's 2-0 up against Tommy Tokov. And I can see Mike Page in the audience from Fargo Rate. Nice to see him. made the journey from Fargo, 5-hour drive. Oh, and that's a foul, but at least he split the 5-10 up. But I don't think it's going to matter too much because look at the layout of the balls.
Yes, and the 9 definitely goes past the 10.
So a chance to get halfway to the first set for Aloysius YAPP. And I think you and I were actually commentating on the match in Michigan when Aloysius won that title. He beat Roberto Gomez in the final.
Yeah, I remember that. I still get goosebumps about that to this day because that was a tournament that I came up to him and introduced myself to him for the first time. And he came up to me, he says, I know who you are, you're Tony Robles. And I said, how do you know that? He says, the first match I ever watched in my life. The first match he ever watched in his life was when I won the BCA Open in 2004, and he said that inspired him to take up the game of pool. So I said, wow, what are the odds of me meeting you for the first time, telling me that story, and then somehow I end up doing commentary for the first tournament you win? That's crazy, the major tournament.
It's fate. And in it goes. So Aloysius YAPP goes into the lead 2-1 in the first set. Now you're off to play a match a little bit later on. You're playing actually Roberto Gomez, who Aloysius beat in that final in Michigan. And that's at 5 p.m. And when you're off playing, I'm going to have a special guest in the commentary booth with me. It's going to be Darren Appleton, Hall of Famer. And I've never actually commentated with Darren Appleton before.
Oh, you're going to have fun.
Yeah, he's a very knowledgeable guy. Second only to you. I'll say exactly the same to him when he's sat where you are. There you go.
Just make sure none of us are around, that's all. That way you keep us as friends, right?
And I believe next up in the commentary booth with me, I'm going to have Kang Lee with me. So that's going to be fun. Kang Lee lost out this morning to Lee Van Corteza, but he's still in on the one-loss side after winning a shootout yesterday morning on here, actually, wasn't it? Here we go then.
Let's see how he hits his break.
Almost made the 9 and the 6 in both side pockets, but neither of them went. Oh, the 2's dropped in the corner. And he's off and running. Look at this shot. Wow. No difficult balls on the table here, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, the 4 is against the rail. I don't think it goes in the side. It doesn't, actually. I'm looking at it from the other angle. But he's in good shape here. It's just a 6 to the 7. And the 7 to the 8. He can't, he has to get right on the 7 to get to the 8. And he has such great cue ball control.
Yeah, it's a good chance, isn't it? Playing this with left-hand English, as you can see, just to straighten it off that top rail.
I don't think he wound up where he wanted to.
No, he's gone a little bit straight, hasn't he? I think he's got a slight angle on this, Tony.
Yeah, if he has a slight angle, he might have to go between the 5 and the 9. Unless, he has enough room to bank the 4, but then he has to get perfect on it. Worst case scenario, if he's dead straight, he might have to draw and then have to hope he gets past that 6 ball. I mean, that's worst case scenario. But if he has a slight angle, he might want to go with follow, a bit of left, high left, and go 2 rails between the 5 and the 9.
Let's see the way he goes. Yeah, I can't quite see from my position. I think he's got just the slightest of angles. I think you might be right here. He might just go for the big draw shot here. Up to the top rail and back over. No, he's just stopping it. So it must bank then, does it?
I mean, he can bank it 2 rails and stop the cube underneath the 5.
Yeah, just took his medicine there.
He can also try to hit it by the 6, but then he has to worry about not running into it. But let's see if he banks it past the 5. So he did the other shot, right? The one that I said where he has to contend with the 6. He hit it great, but I don't know if he let him see the 4. Nope. He has to jump.
Yeah. Indicates to referee John Lehman, I'm jumping and I'm nominating that 4 ball in the corner pocket and should have a shot on the 5, hopefully in the side pocket.
Overcut it.
Yeah, with today's equipment. Oh, and look at this 10 ball. It's okay. It's come out just far enough. Yeah, with today's equipment, they're more or less a dead certainty, aren't they, Tony? Those jumps.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to go for this and go for the run out, or if he's going to try to stop the cue ball behind the 8. Oh, he's going for the 4. Be a sweet shot if he goes between the 7 and the rail and go all the way 1, 2, 3, 4 rails for the 5.
Well,
yeah, he tried to go 1 rail up. Yeah,
it's a thin one.
That was tricky.
It's a very thin one.
I'm not sure that he can make this into the corner and avoid the scratch. I don't think he can. I think the 5 is too close to the side pocket. I think he's going to try to leave the 5 ball, cross it to the other side of the table, leave the cue ball by the 10. Yeah, just like that. He hit it great. Yeah. How could he hit that? Nice touch.
The jump cue will be coming out again, no doubt. Pierce recently signed by Predator as his sponsor, so he'll be using the air rush, that's for sure.
Calls it in the side, which is a good shot because it'll give him the angle required to play position on the 6 in the corner.
He might even, off the rail, go into the 9 ball here to hold himself on the 9 ball. Let's have a look. To hold himself on the 6.
What a great shot. Oh.
And, he did. He caught the 9 ball, but also he scratched. So, wow, what a turnaround again.
Yeah.
Aloysius.
What a great shot, and then to have a result like that, huh?
Yeah, terrific jump shot. Perfectly played. Unfortunately, unlucky kiss on the 9 ball. Always thought he would be careering into the 9, but unlucky to go in off it.
He's made a couple of very nice jump shots, but unfortunately that one was to tie the ball game at 2 apiece, and this is a big game here. Puts Aloysius on the hill, 3-1.
Yep, straightforward, up and down here for Aloysius, and this is his first tournament of the year on foreign soil. He recently won a tournament in Singapore, but this is his first journey over to the States. And after this, he'll be heading to England. Will he be leaving here as the Apex Wisconsin Open champion? We'll find out after the break. Welcome back to Baraboo and the Ho Chunk Casino, where YAPP is on the hill against LABUTIS in the first set of the Apex Wisconsin Open. This is round 2. Crunching break from the Singaporean. Oh, and the 10 ball's gone in the side. Oh, that was a quick one.
Wow.
We didn't miss that one, Tony. So all of a sudden, he wins the set, and that's, well, this format can do that to you. We saw a fantastic match, first of all, this morning. Jasmine Ocean against Dennis Grabate, and that was a game of, well, that was toing and throwing, wasn't it? Dennis won the first set, went 2 up in the second. It looked like he was cruising. He missed a relatively, well, not easy, but he missed a 3 ball. And then that changed the whole match, and it ended up in going to a shootout. And next up on the match table today, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have Robbie Capido against Roland Garcia. Now, I know plenty about Roland Garcia, but I know very little about Robbie Capido, and I understand you had a little chat with him.
Yeah, have a good friend of mine, Henry Lee from Hong Kong, who used to be a regular at Amsterdam when he lived in New York City. And he introduced me to Robbie. Robbie's 20 years old. Even though he's from Hong Kong, he's Filipino.
Ah.
Yeah, and so I got to pick him up at the airport. We chatted a bit. We hung out a bit over here the past couple of days. And he won his first match, and he's excited to play in his next match on the TV table.
Look forward to that.
Good kid, good head on his shoulders, and hell of a game, too. He had a big win over Iklan Kachi at the World 9-Ball Championships, I think either last year or the year before.
And LABUTIS gets out of his chair to take the shot. Hang on a minute, I'm counting the balls, and I saw 9. Pierce obviously saw 10.
Yeah.
He sits back down again with a smile, and Aloysius comes to the table. He's smiling as well. All is good.
I like him banking past the 7 here and sending the cue ball downtown behind the 8, 9, and 3. Just like that.
He's played that well. Nice pace on the cue ball. Now, you can have a shot, Pierce, but you're not going to like this one as much as you liked your first choice.
Yeah, he wants to hit this dead square if possible. If he decides to kick, if he's going to jump this, I think the key here is to try to use a 5 as a stopper and try to run into the 5 dead straight.
Extension
so that way
call.
the 1 will stop by where the 5 is, and the cue ball comes down the table. I think he's calling the 5 2 rails just in case it goes in.
Well, it was a decent enough shot. Good jump shot.
Put him behind the 5 here, Mark. He's got good control. He hits these shots very well.
Yeah. That's a snooker shot, that one. Played it very beautifully. So Pierce in a little bit of trouble. That's a just in case. Have you played Roberto before, Tony?
I think I played him once at Steinway Billiards in the Steinway Classic. I lost on the hill to him. But I watched him when he finished second in the World Championship in the Philippines winter that year.
You were there, were you?
He's one of my favorite players. Yeah, he's one of my favorite players. I love watching him play.
Well, hopefully you don't get to watch him too much today. Hopefully
Not today.
he's sat
Today's
there
a
watching
different
you.
story. Today's a different story. Today I become his favorite player. He's going to get to watch me play.
That's the attitude, mate.
You hear that, Roberto?
So,
coming for you.
Ball in hand then. What's going through his mind here, Tony?
I think I'm wondering if he just want to make sure that he knows what he's going to do before he even takes the ball in hand and shoots the first shot.
What happened there? Well, he's
Miscued.
miscued.
He miscued. Yeah, because I was wondering. I said, "There's no way he decided to do that. Why would he do that? It makes no sense." He miscued.
He just didn't look ready to play the shot, in my eyes. It's normally a not decided kind of shot, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there with the miscue.
Is he playing the combo?
He sure did, but overcut it just a bit.
Yeah. Now, Aloysius is left-handed, but I'm not sure if he can reach over.
Oh, he can reach
with a
this one for
four-ball.
sure. He's going to put him behind the 7.
4 balls there. Yes, he can. Oh, he's really turning the screw. Good weight again. Well, this isn't easy. Now, I saw Pierce earlier on practicing the Z shot, as it's known, and I think he's going to play it here, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a choice here. He's just, has to allow for the little slide. You see the cue ball kind of like swerve a bit.
Here we go.
You see that swerved a little too much there.
Yeah.
You have to, allow for that when you're playing new equipment. So the way to do that is just like aim close. He needed to aim closer to the pocket there.
Because it's going to widen off the second rail, right?
Now over here, I think that towards the end of the rack, going towards the end of the rack, if Aloysius gets the angle I think he's going to get, he could end up playing the 8 ball in the same pocket as the 7 by going 1, 2, 3, 4 rails. I'm thinking ahead.
I'm wondering if he might even move them here, Tony.
Yeah. Well, I thought about that. The thing is that is he guaranteed position on the 4?
I think he is.
If the 5 weren't there, then maybe. If he can hit half of that 9 ball and draw it back, then yes.
Yes, that's exactly the shot in my eyes. Just draw back, catch that, just the slight finished part of that 9 ball.
But you see, he didn't have enough draw. He didn't have enough draw. And you know why he held back there, right?
He didn't want to go too far.
No, because, if he hits it wrong, he could scratch off the 9 in the side.
Yeah.
So he hit it, he held back a bit just in case he happens to go in a straight line in the side towards the side pocket.
Just a safety then. Get him up behind that 7 or the 10. Has he got there? I think he has.
Yeah, he's got him. He's calling the side pocket. He's going to go 2 rails underneath the 4 because he's trying to stop the cue ball there.
Yeah,
and that's a great shot because if he does make it in the side pocket, yeah, it's a long shot on the 5, but he has a shot. He has a shot at the Wisconsin cheese, right? Normally I just say cheese, but we're in Wisconsin now. Ooh, you overcut that one.
Almost cut it in the corner.
Unfortunately for him, he let him see it.
We need to get him a green glove, Pierce LABUTIS, just to match him up a little bit.
He's going to go follow here. Oh, I thought he was going to go follow there. He got a perfect angle on the 5 ball for sure. Man, his control is so great. His cue ball control is so great. He doesn't want to overhit this. Just come across. I like coming off the second angle just to guarantee myself an angle on the 6 ball. So, come off the second rail. Make sure I guarantee myself an angle on the 6 ball.
Do you wear a glove, Tony?
No, I do not.
Have you ever worn a glove? Apart from when you're throwing snowballs, of course.
I tried it, but it just wasn't for me. I don't have sweaty hands like that, so yeah.
I've never worn one.
Stun it to the side, maybe parallel to the 7 at least.
Won the first set 4-1. Bit of a cagey affair.
Yeah, so over here he has a choice to go on either side of the 8. I prefer to go on the right side of the 9, only because I have a natural angle coming back for the 9 on the side.
When are you going to be on the stream table? I want to commentate on you, and I want you to commentate at the same time. Wear your headset. It's going to be 1-0 in the second. Straightforward 10 ball. And in it goes. So 75,000. Very warm welcome back to Wisconsin and the Ho Chunk Casino. Aloysius YAPP leads by 1-0 and 1-0 in the second set. Breaking off. It was a pretty long rack, that last one. He'll be hoping for a quicker one this time. A break and run would be nice for the Singaporean. Tony Robles, talk about the break.
He hasn't hit a dead square yet until now. Now he just hit him really, really strong. He got kicked, almost got kicked in the side pocket. But he still didn't make a ball on the break. Remember, we did a couple of matches already, and we noticed that when they're hitting it off center to the left side of the rack, that second ball keeps going towards the side pocket.
So Pierce with a straightforward safety here, really. Oh, that was a risky shot playing. I never like playing a safety towards a pocket.
Yeah, but he knew he had a little bit of a cushion there with the 4 ball. He knew if he hit it thin enough, worst case scenario, if he didn't put him behind the 10, he still has a 4 as a little backup there, you know?
Yeah. So he's jumping this. That's why I didn't like that shot. I'm always going to leave the jump there, Tony.
Yeah. He's probably going to make this too.
Wow.
That's a bit of a surprise there, but...
Well, he's got a bank on here, and it's a free shot because he'll be automatically getting position on the 2 ball. Or, to use your saying, if the safety's easier and guaranteed, go for the safety.
I mean, you have to go for the bank here, I would say, because you can play position on the 2. Even if you don't get perfect on the 2, you can play safe off the 2,
Yeah.
right? But he obviously didn't feel comfortable with it.
Oh, where's the cue ball headed?
And
It's in the drink.
Yeah.
That's a poor shot, I'm afraid to say.
Yeah.
That's a poor shot. So
Yeah, that was a surprise there.
Just hasn't settled just yet, Pierce.
Well, I like ending up more or less where the cue ball is now, but except not as close to the cushion. And either that or hit it thin and end up going in a dead straight line towards the 3 ball. Just slide it over. Follow that 9-degree angle. Oh, he's going to go 1 rail, which is also a great shot.
Yeah, Omar Al Shaheen took the first set. Against Tommy Tokov.
So let's see what he does here. Let's see if he goes between the 8 and the rail. Or between the 7 and the 5. No, he went between the 8 and the rail. Good shot.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot, isn't it? Just a little draw shot here for the 5. This is looking good for 2-0. The YAPP is back.
And every time you come into the room, you always see him practicing. Whenever there's an open table.
Yeah, he was here late last night with Sharik Said, his good friend from Singapore. Sharik, very good player also, still in the tournament.
On the winner's side, I believe.
He is, yeah. Had a couple of good victories yesterday.
He beat Chris Reinhold last night in straight sets.
Just going through the players. Jeremy Sosate done well. I can see Evan Lunder practicing as well, getting some practice in for his match. He was beaten by Kang Lee yesterday, of course.
So just slide it over a bit, get straight on the 8. Might even have an angle, which would be better because he can come off the cushion and get closer to the 9. Just pure follow, no spin.
Yeah, this is perfect. Just a little stop, a little bit of draw maybe, a few inches.
It's clinical-like, right?
Yeah, I like his cue action. Reminds me of Jason Shaw in a way. Very straight, and then it goes. So Aloysius YAPP extends his lead to 2-0. Now, just to tell you a little bit about where we are, we're in this beautiful place in Wisconsin Dells, and Dells is a word to describe like a rock formation, and it actually comes from a French word, and I'm going to say this completely wrong. It's spelled D-A-L-L-E-S, so I'm guessing it's Darley. It comes from the French word Darley.
Darley, huh? D-A-L-L-E-S, you said?
Yeah.
Darley.
So I'm guessing that means...
In Spanish, that would be Valles, because the double L is pronounced like a Y, Valles. Valles.
I need to learn some other languages. You know, I'm English. We don't learn other languages because we just expect everyone to speak English, right?
Yeah.
The snobbery of us English. So, yes, looking forward to having Kang Lee. No offence, Tony, but I'm looking forward to having Kang Lee in the booth next to me because I want to get in to talk about the upcoming World Carom Championships.
Oh, yeah.
In
Look
Vegas.
forward to hearing about it.
Yeah, so we're going to be asking him some questions. Meanwhile, Aloysius.
He hit those really good. unfortunately did not get rewarded for it.
He's made 3 balls. Look, he's got to jump this, surely. He's got to go for the jump stick here.
I will go for the jump here. I mean, you have automatic position on the 2 here.
Yeah, you don't want to make 3 balls.
You have a
and play
good
it safe.
chance of playing position on the 2. There's no such thing as automatic on this shot, especially after watching Evan miss that easy straight 10 ball yesterday. Anyone?
I wonder how he slept last night. So for those watching, Tony, what's the secret of jumping?
Making sure you don't drop your elbow or your shoulder as you're stroking the ball, so that way you maintain that cue stick in a smooth straight line. And lining it up the way he did. He lined it up, you know, with kind of like a normal stance. And the other key is to make sure that you move your body closer to the cue ball by bending your left elbow. So that way you have enough stroking room to hit the ball with the power that's required. Most people don't bend that elbow, and they can't figure out why they can't jump the ball consistently.
Are you doing much coaching recently?
No, not that much. Not as much as I was when I was in New York.
Are you still open for lessons? Anyone listening, if they want to
Absolutely.
contact you by Facebook?
Absolutely. Anyone that would like some private lessons, yeah, please feel free to contact me on Facebook. I'm in Miami, Florida. And if you're in the area, I would love to get the opportunity to teach you a bit about the game. Been doing it for over 35 years already. 35 years.
You don't look old enough.
I'm a young buck.
So 1 rail escape he's looking at here. Now, you've got to decide here whether you're trying to clip it thin or whether you want to actually hit it full.
I think he wants to hit it thin so he can maybe bring the 1 ball back. Ooh. He definitely want to run into that. See, I thought hitting it thick, he was either going to run into one of those 2 balls or run into the 10 ball. I thought he was going to go 2 rails, clip the 1, send it to the long rail, and then back by the 10 while sending Whitey up there. Right?
Whitey. That's what they used to call me at school, Whitey. So look at this. This is a test of your cueing. How are you cueing, Pierce? Oh, not very well.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's struggling a bit today.
He is. And do you know what? I've just noticed 5 balls down and the 1 ball is still on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see that happen too often.
He made 3 on the break, of course, then fluked the 8 ball when he was trying to jump the 1 ball. Remember that?
Yeah.
Still,
I wonder if he's going to draw 3 rails here. He's calling the 1 in the corner. So I don't know if he can get pacified with follow or if he needs to draw it. I would draw it here. I kind of like the idea of going towards the 2 once you come off the 2nd rail, as opposed to going across that line.
Yeah, it's all about the speed here, isn't it? You think he's running it, Tony?
Yeah, I think he's running. But he has such great cue ball control. All he has to do is hit it with just enough speed so it barely comes off the 2nd rail. But look.
Or come right back out into the center.
See?
And take that out of the equation. That's even better, right?
Yeah. Well, he wound up with a nice angle there, but I think he needs to slow roll it. He doesn't have to do much over here.
He needs a Darren Appleton.
Mm-hmm. How good did Darren play yesterday?
This reminds me of that 6 ball he played down the rail yesterday. I watched that on the best. There was an update today. If you go to the website, guys, go to Predator's website or go to the playcsipool.com and you'll see a highlight reel every day. And that was one of the shots on the highlight reel from yesterday. That beautiful 6 down the rail. I wonder if that will make it onto the reel tonight. That 3 ball, that was beautiful. So he's potted the 3, just the 5 and the 10 to go, Tony. For a 3-0 lead, this will put him on the hill. And there really is some talent around Mario He. Waiting to play again, the Panda, and in that goes, and we'll be back after the break. welcome back. We're having loads of fun here in the Ho Chunk Casino. We hope you are at home as well, wherever you're watching around the world on billiards.tv. This is our second game of the day. We've got 6 games in total for you. And I just mentioned the Panda then. He is going to be playing here at 5 p.m. and he'll be playing against the man from Colorado, Danny Olsen. Anyway, that's to come later on.
Nothing on the break.
Yeah, the table once again, Tony, today breaking a little bit differently. Maybe it's got something to do with the weather.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he looks like he doesn't want to be there
Yeah.
at the moment, doesn't he? Just got that.
You know how frustrating the game can be sometimes, you know. See, now he's going to put him behind the 6 and the 8. He calls the 1 so that if he makes it, he has automatic position on the 2 on the side. Don't really want to put any spin on the cue ball here, just pure follow. He overhit it a bit.
He wasn't interested in making the 1 at all, was he? He just wanted to get that cue ball.
Yeah, he froze it on that 6 ball.
It was a beautiful shot. And all credit to Aloysius YAPP. He really has kept Pius under pressure. Oh, look at this for a shot. Did he call it? He did.
Yeah.
Great shot. Unfortunately, he needs another one now. Is he going to jump this? Is he too far to jump?
Not with the air. Not with the air. The air, it gives you just enough jump where, you know, airtime where you just barely get off the balls and you don't have to worry about really jumping the balls off the table. Unless you overhit it, of course. You know, you have any jump cue and you overhit it and you jump it. But what? He said with the right speed. I don't expect him to jump it. Well.
Yeah, he hurried it a bit.
He needed a little more speed than that.
He's just struggling at the moment. And as you say, it happens in this game. It can be very frustrating. It's the best game in the world when everything's going your way. As soon as things turn against you, you think the world's against you.
Yeah. Wonder if he's going to play the 3 in the corner. If he is, he wants to make sure he doesn't get too...
yeah, he is.
You know, like on top where he has to really shoot over the 9.
Yeah, just left it a little bit short. Can carry him into the 5 here if he wants to. Leave himself on the 4.
Yeah, I think that's a shot. I think he should run into the 5. That way he puts it closer to the side pocket. So that way he doesn't have to do much with the 4 ball.
Yeah, beautifully played. And I know Aloysius does play a lot of snooker as well, or snooker, as you call it. How do you say it?
Snooker. Snooker. Sometimes I feel like the game of pool is being turned into pooker because they're trying to make the pockets as small as snooker tables.
Ooh. I actually had the discussion with Daniel Schneider yesterday in the booth, and it'd be interesting to get your thoughts on it as well. Where do you stand on pocket size?
I think 4.5 is perfect for any game, even straight pool, believe it or not. My table on Long Island, I have 4.5-inch pockets. I ran 189 balls on that table before I moved. Oh, look.
Oh, he's tried to pinch a bit of angle there because he just slightly had the wrong angle. Now then, Pierce, can you get going? He's got a nice, easy starter. Not easy, though, to get to the 6 ball. He's played it well.
Very nice.
Yeah, he played that really well. A lot of people might think that's an easy shot to play, but it's not when they're so buried into the corner pocket like that. Hard to get the cue ball out. And look how his body language has changed. All of a sudden, he's got a little spring in his step.
Yeah,
he's excited. He wants to get going. And he's a pretty quick player, this guy. So he can reel off a few racks in a row in no time. 3-0 down, you might as well just go for it. He's finished a little bit straight on this.
Very nice draw with some right hand spin,
that
low
was
right.
beautiful. Reverse English, we call that. And look at that. And straight away.
Just when we thought it was over.
You never know at this game, and that's the beauty of it. And we are playing, well, it's the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series, and there's 6 events this year. We've already had the Arizona one, which was won by Feder Gorst, of course. Beat Roland Garcia in the final, and Roland Garcia will be up here on the screen table next. He will be playing against his fellow countryman, Mr. Robbie Capido. What a great name that is, Robbie Capido.
Yeah, I told Robbie, sounds like almost like Italian, Robbie Capito. I said, you must be from the mafia.
Hey, you are from the mafia, huh? The silent assassin. That doesn't suit you, that name, you know. You're too nice to be an assassin. Here we go then. Pierce LABUTIS breaking off. 3-1 down, second set. Is this match on the turn?
Man, he hit those so good that it should be illegal for him to not make a ball on the break. I mean, he hit those balls so good.
Sees the funny side of it. Sits down in his chair. Manages a smile.
Interesting here. He has an interesting angle here. He would really have to hit this perfectly in order to get the cube, but it's stun all the way in a straight line towards that 5 ball, the 6 ball, even in between them.
Yeah, I mean, he's 3-1 up. It's a guaranteed pot, really.
See, if the 9 weren't there, he would probably consider going 3 rails towards the 2, you know, in between the 10 and the 8, but that 9 ball's kind of a big ball there.
He's playing top. He's going for this.
Maybe he feels he has enough room.
Yeah. He's gone for it. Needs the cue ball to speed up a little bit. Well, he hasn't made it.
But see, that's what you gotta love about YAPP. He knew he couldn't get perfect on that shot, so he said, you know what, let me just get to where I can see the ball and do the best that I can from that position. You know, he can put him behind the 8 here. I think that's a shot.
He's going behind the 10, I think.
Well, he can. If he has enough room, yes, he can.
I think he's
Either way,
it's
a touchy shot. Either way, it's a touchy shot. But the good thing about putting them behind the 10 is that you get closer to the ball that way. And if he freezes them on the 10, well, you see? So, like I say, he could have gone either way. He could have gone the 10, behind the 8, behind the 10. So, I guess he changed his mind.
He did change his mind.
But either way, it's a touchy shot. But, you know, normally he nails those. He nails those, you know. He works on those shots a lot. We can't all execute everything perfectly every single time, despite the fact that most people think we can.
Have you been rehearsing that? Because that was brilliantly said.
Nope.
He's got him hooked again. On the 9 and the 3. Really is a beautiful ballroom. We are in the Lower Dells ballroom, it's called. Here at the Ho Chunk, and upstairs.
So he called the corner pocket, and I'm assuming that's a 4 that he called, just in case he ends up making it.
It's a good solid hit.
Yeah, but you notice how when they kick, when all these players kick, they normally do it at that speed, moderate speed. So just in case you don't make it, it has a chance of coming off a cushion and stopping somewhere in the middle of the rail.
Yeah, I like that, and I like this as well. This is a decent enough shot. Hasn't got the hook, I don't think. Now, will he consider the 2-4, Tony?
I think he should go for it. I mean,
he's
there's really not much you can do here.
He's called it, so he's going for it.
Hell of a shot.
Oh, what a shot that is. That's going to make the highlight reel. There's a young man, Tim de Ruyter. He's not only a player, he's also a very good cameraman, and he's walking around with his, I think you call him a gimbal. Is that right? Do you know what a gimbal is? It's one of them things that you see people
for the phone.
walk. Yeah, for the phone.
Yeah, we have one. My wife and I have one. We never use it. When did he call the 10 here?
Maybe because he's coming round the angles. He's coming round the angles. Well, he's got behind it. But that is a genius decision to call that just in case. And perfectly played. Great weight. So if you see Mr. de Ruyter walking about with his gimbal, give him a wave. You might make it to the show reel for tomorrow morning.
I already gave him a double thumbs up earlier when he was looking this way with the camera.
I'll be looking out for that. So once again, Pierce LABUTIS finds himself in a spot of bother. Just before the side pocket, he needs to go here.
Yeah, I would still hit this one with some speed to hope that I can get some separation if I don't make the shot, you know?
Well, he has hit it, but he's made no route, so it will be ball in hand. I was watching John Mora practice last night. That man is a dedicated young man, I can tell you. And he plays Michael Yadnak later on today. I can see Michael practicing away, a New Yorker. I know you know him very well. He is one of the pros, along with Torsten Holman now at
Amsterdam, Billiards.
Yeah. And hi to William Fuentes as well. Great guy. I managed to meet him when I was there, Tony.
Yeah, I know William many years. He's a hell of a photographer too.
He took a great picture of me and then superimposed on my plain sweater that I had on. He imposed an Amsterdam Billiards logo on the front of it.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. Well, over here.
Oh, that's a nice little drag shot there.
Yeah, I think that this might be all she wrote, Mark.
Yeah, on the hill.
Because I'm pretty sure he's determined to not miss again after missing that 5 ball to close out the match.
Ooh, he's overhit this. He's overhit this. You spoke too soon. Where's he gone with that?
What's up with this commentator's curse?
Well, I think we're going to see a safety here behind the tent.
No, he's going to go for the bank. You got to go for the
bank. Is
bank.
it on? Oh, it is on. I didn't think it was on. I thought he'd gone too far.
He definitely has to go for the bank here.
He's playing the 7 cross side. Oh, he's going to have to hurry.
And what?
I'll tell you, I know I don't know what I'm talking about, but I thought that had gone too far, to be honest. Yeah. I really did. When I first looked at it, and you know first impressions sometimes?
I think you're not going to hear me say that's all she wrote anymore.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Very uncharacteristic. And Pierce LABUTIS won't believe his luck here. I'll tell you, he was looking down and out. When this 10 goes in, we're going to go for a short break and we'll be back with the conclusion of the second set. Welcome back to Ho Chunk. Now, there is one of the most famous things ever said in commentary was in the World Cup soccer final when Germany played England back in 1966. And they said some people think it's all over. And that's certainly applicable here because we thought it was all over at 3-0. It's 3-2 now.
Yeah.
Second set. And LABUTIS is now breaking off to hopefully go 3-3. Now, where's the cue ball going to end up? Is
And
he
did you
going to make a
notice
ball? He's
how
made a
he
ball.
mishit the one ball and made the ball in the side pocket?
Yeah.
And the four-railer.
Came across it. And look at this. Okay, it's not a gimme, but it's certainly a makeable shot. And the two ball waiting. And in it goes, and all of a sudden, this match is being turned on its head. And that's why we love this tournament so much, Tony. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you love watching this, but you don't love going through it when you're a player, you know. I mean, I don't see any problems here whatsoever. Even the 8 to the 9, it's not that tough.
Yeah, and if he has such a break next time as well, he wins the set. And then it comes down to who can hold their nerve and shoot the 10 ball. And he looks a totally different player than he did 15 minutes ago. Totally different body language. He's strolling around the table confident. Lovely stroke he's got back again, yeah. Tony. Play this down the end.
No, like I said, I've never had the pleasure of watching him play, and I'm very, very impressed.
I mean, early on, you never got to see the best of him, but certainly he's starting to cue well now, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. See, now he just comes off the second rail by the first diamond, the left-hand side of the bottom rail, and right there by the first diamond.
Oh, this is beautiful. Big bounce off the rail now, and then that's just perfect. So, what a transformation. It's now 3-3 surely, and this 10 ball goes in. And he will be breaking on the hill to take us to an exciting shootout. And in it goes. So you're just saying it's the first time you've seen him play, Tony. What have you noticed about him? What assets has he got, would you say?
Well, I mean, he's got great control of the cue ball. He's a shot maker, and he's a very, very fast player. You know, so usually that's a tribute to your confidence. You know, he's very confident.
Who's the fastest player you've ever seen play?
Luke Salvis from Canada was one of them. They called him Machine Gun Luke.
That's a great name, yeah. And somebody else fast is...
He met my son Jonathan when he was 5 years old, and I said, Jonathan, this is Luke Salvis. He's the fastest player in the world. He goes like this, boom, 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 boom. And then Luke looked at him and he said, yeah, but sometimes I do miss. And then my son looks at him, 5 years old, says, maybe the reason why you miss sometimes is because you shoot too fast.
So another thumping break.
Rail.
Yeah, the four rail has gone in. The 7's going to make it as well, I think. There it goes. Now then, no shot on the 1 though. Well, what do you do
here? If he can see the 1, he has to try to put him behind the 10.
Don't think he can, Tony.
Yeah, if not, then he's going to have to push out for
a jump.
Maybe jump safe.
He could
because
even
he
play the jump
pushes
here.
anywhere below the table, he's going to leave him a shot.
I like jumping here and calling the 3.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'd rather jump and play safe. I'm not at hill. Not when I know I'm on the verge of possibly, you know, ending up with a possible shootout.
You just mentioned the fastest player who you've seen from Canada. I've just seen another Canadian walk in.
See, like I said, right behind the 10.
Oh,
see
yeah,
that?
I didn't realise he could even see that.
You did great.
Well,
I know who the best boss in the world is. My wife. My wife, Gail. I want to say a special hi to her. Hi, babe. And my little boss, Antonio. Okay, so he's calling the one in the corner.
Yeah, he's going to be jumping this, needs to get it up and down very quickly. There you see the crowd loving this, all sat there, can't take their eyes off it. Piers LABUTIS is one of them.
See how he bends his elbow to put his body, bring his body closer to the cue ball? Well, this is an opportunity to take this match, Mark, to a shootout.
Oh.
And it'll be, what, the second one in a row?
It will be, yeah.
I think we're gonna get maybe over 10 shootouts today at the pace we're going, right?
We could do. 34 matches we had yesterday, and you're right, 34% of them went to the 10-ball shootout, and it's why new viewers all around the world are tuning into Billiards TV to watch this excitement. And I've got to admit, I do love these short races, I really do. And you know, another thing I thought about, Tony, it gives you the chance to see so many more players as well competing, you know.
Well, you know, we've spoken about this before, and what's interesting about the format is you can end up winning less racks than your opponent and still go into a shootout.
Yeah, and I just want to give my view once more on this as well. I would much rather see a shootout between two players who have got equal amount of shots instead of somebody just breaking and running in a deciding set. I much prefer the shootout, to be honest.
But how crazy is that, you know, ever since they started this format, you haven't seen or heard of anyone running out both sets, despite the fact it's win or break?
Yeah, we had this conversation yesterday, and Daniel Schneider recalled the most there's ever been is 3 racks run, and that was 2 golden breaks and an early 10 from Mario He in Ohio final last year against Roberto Gomez. And that's the only time there's been 3. I think there might have been 1 more between Carlo Biardo, but that was about it. And we're going to go for a short break and be back with a shootout. Tony Robles mentioned that's all she wrote 2 racks ago when
was that?
Aloysius YAPP missed what was a routine ball really for him, and Piers LABUTIS won the next 2 racks, and he's won the set which means we go to a shootout. Now, if you look at the graphics on your screen, the green areas are where the players will be shooting from, and they will each play from the same side, and they will play 4 innings. Whoever's got the most successful shots at the end of those 4 innings will win the match. If they are still level, however, we will be going to a sudden death shootout when that area will shrink back by 1 diamond. So Tony Robles with me here in the commentary booth. What's the secret of the shootout, apart from the obvious, of course, make the ball? What is your mindset, Tony, going into one of these shootouts?
You can't put pressure on yourself and tell yourself, I have to make this ball. You know, you have to trust your ability. You have to trust your fundamentals. You have to trust that you're going to make the ball. And, you know, that gives you the best possible chance to pocket the ball. But, you know, I think so many times you can even see it in a person's face, the way they take a deep breath, the way they make their face look worried instead of confident, you know. And especially if you miss one. If you miss one, the secret to winning these shootouts, if you miss one, don't assume that you've lost. Maintain that focus to make sure that you give yourself the best possible chance to keep it going, just in case your opponent misses one as well.
Well, the 10 ball is on, not on the spot, but on the place where it's racked in the 10 ball rack. Pierce LABUTIS will be first up. He's chosen which side he wants to go, and this is where he wants to go. 10 ball always placed in the same position with the white side up. And chooses to play it quite aggressively. Some players love to play it that way. He successfully makes the first one, so it's up to Aloysius now. And he must have really thought, I should be back in my hotel room now, relaxing. Unfortunately, he's got some pressure to deal with first of all. And of course the shot clock is still in use on the shootout and no extension. Oh, right in the heart of the pocket.
Very nice, very nice.
But Pierce LABUTIS must be very, very, well, thankful for even having this chance in the shootout.
He's pumped. He's definitely pumped. You can see the excitement.
Yeah, 2 really nice young lads as well, with a really big future in the game of pool. I know Pierce likes to go around and play as much as he can, so does Aloysius. Oh, very confident. Where's the cue ball? He's okay. So 2-1 then, Tony. Now, in this situation, do you want to be first or second? Do you want to be playing catch-up all the time, or do you want to be forcing the issue?
I always like to go first. But if I have to go last, I'm okay with it too. I don't let it psych me out.
Oh, he caught the jaw, but it still went in. I played it at a nice pace as well. Remember, straight after this, we have got another match for you. The matches just keep on coming with Robbie Capido against Roland Garcia. And with me in the commentary booth for that one, while Tony goes and warms up, is going to be Kang Lee. Oh, he's missed it. So, a chance. A little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for Aloysius. But it's not the end of the road for either of these players. It is double elimination. And this is the winner's side. So you get another chance.
Yeah, this is a big one here.
The 3rd innings. Straight in the centre of the pocket again, so advantage then. Now Pierce has to make this. There you'll see John Lehman, our head referee and tournament director. You know this man from, well, many years ago. He's refereed in every country in the world, I would imagine, at some stage. Very famous on your TV screens. He's also an actor. Today he's acting as referee.
Still alive.
That's a confident shot, but however, if Aloysius makes this, he has won. So he'll compose himself.
That's it.
In it goes, the handshake. We'll be back soon with the next match. Thanks for watching.